Now, President Biden is in South Korea this morning after arriving there overnight, and it's actually his first trip to Asia since taking office. After months focused on the war in Ukraine, the president will try and reassure leaders that his administration is working to counter aggression in both Europe and Asia. Biden has stops planned in the South Korean capital of Seoul, and then he'll head to Japan, where issues with China and North Korea will be front and center. NBC News White House correspondent Carol Lee joins us now from Seoul. Carol, good morning. Always great to have you with us. So after the U.S. withdrew from Afghanistan, at the time, the president had hoped to refocus on Asia, but that was upended, of course, by the war in Ukraine, taking up his focus. So what's on his agenda for this trip?
Well, Savannah, the president's first stop after arriving in South Korea was to tour this Samsung plant here with South Korean President Yoon. And this plant is basically there's a plant that's going to be built in Texas that will be modeled after this plant. And so the president was really trying to emphasize investment in the U.S. and also just how they're moving to building more things in the U.S., boosting manufacturing jobs. And he's really trying to, in his first stop, draw this link from his foreign travel, what he's doing here in South Korea, to what Americans at home want him to be doing, which is focusing on their economic challenges. So he's highlighted this $17 billion investment in his plant in Texas, which will create roughly a couple thousand jobs. And the president saying that that's just the beginning and trying to demonstrate that America's alliances overseas really pay dividends back at home. The challenge for the president is that he's doing this as 75% of Americans think the country is on the wrong track, according to the latest NBC News poll. And this plant in Texas, for instance, isn't going to open until the second half of 2024. So that's not really going to address people's concerns and what they're struggling with in terms of inflation at this time.
Absolutely. And now, Carol, before the invasion of Ukraine, there was concern that China could use force to gain control of Taiwan. How is President Biden looking to confront that concern, and what's the latest on that front?
Yeah, it's still very much a concern within the administration. We heard from the White House this week that they still believe China has designs on Taiwan and could use aggression to make a move on Taiwan. There's a lot of concern about that. And what they're saying is that that would be unwise. And one of the hopes that you raised this with Ukraine, one of the hopes of administration officials is that China will be paying very close attention to the unity among the West and the U.S. and its allies in pushing back against Russia, and that it will take note and believe that that is something that could also take place among the U.S. and its allies in the Indo-Pacific region. And that's part of what President Biden is trying to do with this trip.
There's been concern that North Korea also may try to use the president's visit as an excuse to conduct a weapons test. Is that of concern to the White House?
Yeah, and a concern for the whole region, actually. And this would be something that they haven't done in some time, a nuclear test in particular. There's concern that it could be a nuclear test. It could be an intercontinental ballistic missile test. Either of those would be seen as highly provocative by the U.S. and its allies. And we heard from the National Security Advisor, Jake Sullivan, that the U.S. would be prepared to respond. Take a listen.
We are preparing for all contingencies, including the possibility that such a provocation would occur while we are in Korea or in Japan. We are prepared, obviously, to make both short and longer term adjustments to our military posture as necessary to ensure that we are providing both defense and deterrence to our allies in the region, and that we're responding to any North Korean provocation.
So this is something that the U.S. and allies are concerned about. They don't have any intelligence that says there's actually definitely going to be a test, but everybody is on high alert here.
Absolutely. Something that's also always of concern just to the regular American citizen. Carol, before I let you go, I do also want to ask you about some breaking news this morning, because NBC News has learned that 2 Secret Service staffers are being sent home from this trip. Why is that? What can you tell us?
Yeah, there was an incident outside of the president's hotel before the president arrived here in South Korea with 2 Secret Service agents who got into some sort of altercation, and they were sent home and are being sent home in the process and going to be put on leave while there's a personnel investigation. So those 2 members of the Secret Service have been pulled off of the president's detail and will be going home.
All right. Well, we will be waiting for more details on that one. Carol Lee, thank you so much. Have a safe trip.